a nation armed inside Ukraine's $175 billion arsenal. The world watched in disbelief as the peace in Eastern Europe was shattered. In the ensuing conflict, a staggering sum exceeding $175 billion in aid has flowed from the United States to Ukraine. To put this figure in perspective, it surpasses the cost of the first 4 years of the U.S. military presence in Afghanistan. This lifeline consists of a vast array of military hardware, from the humble bullet to advanced missile defense systems. Which of these weapons have emerged as the most pivotal in the Ukrainian defense? The outcome of this struggle will hinge on the answer. Join us now as we journey into the heart of this conflict, examining the critical weaponry provided by the United States and analyzing their impact on the battlefield. Infantry weapons, David versus Goliath. As the first Russian boots crossed the border, the U.S. focused on equipping Ukrainian defenders for urban warfare. The Javelin anti-tank missile was among the most impactful provisions. This shoulder-mounted weapon uses a fire-and-forget guidance system. It exploits the lightly armored roof with a top-down attack, delivering a devastating blow from above. The psychological impact on Russian tank crews is significant. The U.S. has supplied Ukraine with at least 10,000 javelins. The javelin's effectiveness shows that determination and the right tools can alter history. Shielded from the storm body armor and protective gear, beyond high-tech weaponry, a soldier's survival often comes down to basic protections. The U.S. has provided over 100,000 sets of body armor and helmets to Ukrainian forces. These pieces of equipment represent a lifeline in battle. They offer a shield against shrapnel, a buffer against blunt force trauma, and a chance for survival under enemy fire. The artillery duel, a war of attrition. By the spring of 2022, the conflict entered a new phase. Russian forces, met with fierce resistance in key cities, were forced to withdraw east to regroup and rearm. This temporary reprieve gave Ukraine a much-needed opportunity to bolster its defenses. Artillery, often referred to as the king of battle, has played a decisive role in shaping the course of warfare for centuries. The United States provided Ukraine with a range of artillery systems and a steady supply of ammunition. The M777 howitzer, a lightweight yet powerful piece of artillery, provided Ukrainian forces with a mobile and responsive means of countering Russian artillery barrages. The U.S. provision of artillery pieces and ammunition reflects a clear understanding of the evolving nature of the war, where long-range firepower is paramount. Chapter 5. Eyes in the Sky, the Rise of Drones. In the skies above the battlefield, a silent revolution is taking place. Unmanned aerial vehicles, more commonly known as drones, have become ubiquitous in modern warfare. These versatile machines are now capable of carrying out a wide range of tasks, from surveillance and intelligence gathering to precision strikes and electronic warfare. The conflict in Ukraine has become a showcase for the evolving role of drones in combat. The U.S. has provided Ukraine with a variety of drones, including the highly effective Switchblade loitering munition. This innovative weapon system blurs the line between a drone and a missile. The effectiveness of drones in Ukraine has not gone unnoticed by the U.S. military, underscoring the evolving threat posed by drones, even as they become increasingly indispensable tools for modern militaries. The proliferation of drone technology raises profound questions about the future of warfare. Chapter 6. Rotor Blades of Hope, Helicopters in the Fight. The skies above the Ukrainian battlefield remain contested, a swirling ballet of steel and fire. In this environment, helicopters play a vital role, providing a flexible and responsive platform for a variety of missions. The U.S. has provided Ukraine with a fleet of refurbished Mi-17 helicopters, originally sourced from Russia but modernized and maintained by U.S. contractors. These versatile aircraft have proven invaluable to the Ukrainian war effort. The Mi-17 has been used extensively for troop transport, allowing Ukrainian forces to rapidly reinforce units under attack or reposition troops to exploit enemy weaknesses. The use of helicopters in a contested airspace is not without risk, but their ability to operate in challenging terrain and adverse weather conditions has made them a critical asset in the fight against Russian forces. Back on the ground, the infantry fight rages on. Amidst the trenches and bombed-out buildings, a different kind of American steel has been making its presence felt, the Bradley infantry fighting vehicle. This tracked, armored vehicle is all about speed, maneuverability, and delivering infantry safely into the heart of the fight. The Bradley is not about going toe-to-toe with tanks, it's about providing fire support for dismounted infantry, suppressing enemy positions, and exploiting breakthroughs. Ukrainian soldiers who have used the Bradley in combat have praised its performance, highlighting its speed, agility, and firepower. The U.S. has delivered an estimated 300 Bradleys to Ukraine since the start of the conflict. They represent a critical bridge between lighter, wheeled infantry fighting vehicles and heavier, less maneuverable tanks. The Bradley's ability to transport, protect, and support infantry makes it a force multiplier, enhancing the combat effectiveness of the soldiers it carries. As the conflict enters its third year, the battlefield has expanded. What began as a localized conflict in eastern Ukraine has evolved into a wider war of attrition. In this new phase of the conflict, long-range precision strike capabilities have become paramount. Recognizing this, the U.S. took the significant step of supplying Ukraine with Army Tactical Missile Systems, or ATACMS, in the spring of 2024. The ATACMS is a surface-to-surface missile system with a range of up to 190 miles. This extended reach allows Ukrainian forces to strike targets deep inside Russian-held territory, disrupting Russian operations and putting pressure on their logistical networks. The exact number of ATACMS provided to Ukraine remains classified, but their impact on the battlefield could be far greater than their monetary value. The arrival of ATACMS has sent a clear message to Moscow. The U.S. is willing to provide Ukraine with increasingly sophisticated weaponry to defend itself. As we've journeyed through this arsenal of modern weaponry, we've witnessed the evolution of warfare in the 21st century. The conflict in Ukraine has become a tragic testing ground for new technologies and tactics, a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of unchecked aggression. The U.S. has committed over $175 billion in aid to Ukraine, a staggering sum that reflects the gravity of the situation. The weapons provided by the US and its allies have played a decisive role in enabling Ukraine to defend itself.